Imagine being forced to murder your entire family. Not because you're a monster, but because you love them too much to let anything worse happen. That is the reality Itachi Uchiha lived with every single day. And most people watching Naruto for the first time completely got him wrong. When most of us first saw Itachi, we saw a villain. A cold-blooded killer who wiped out his own clan and left his little brother alive, just to suffer. He was the monster of Naruto, the final boss of Sasuke's hatred. But here's what the show never tells you up front. Itachi knew. He knew everything that was coming. He saw every single consequence before it happened, and he chose to carry it all alone. He was never the villain. He was the story's greatest hero, wearing the mask of a criminal. Let's go back to the beginning. The Uchiha clan were warriors, proud, powerful, and deeply respected inside Konoha, the Hidden Leaf village. But pride is a double-edged sword. The village leadership, the elders and Danzo, they never fully trusted the Uchiha. They believed the clan's power made them dangerous. A clan like this could not be controlled forever. So they pushed them to the edge of the village, literally isolated them, watched them like suspects. And the clan, they got angry, rightfully so. They began planning a coup, a full rebellion to seize control of Konoha. A war was coming, and nobody was going to win it clean. Itachi was placed in an impossible position. He was Konoha's secret spy inside the Uchiha clan, a double agent. He loved his village, he loved his family, and he was watching them walk toward mutual destruction. The higher-ups gave him two choices. Option 1, let the coup happen. Watch a civil war tear the village apart. Thousands die, chaos for years. Option 2, stop the coup. Kill the clan himself, prevent the war, and bear the blood on his hands alone. There was no third option. No peaceful negotiation. No heroic speech that changed everyone's mind. Just two roads, both of them leading through darkness. And Itachi chose the darker one not for himself, but so that Sasuke, the little brother he adored, could live. He killed his parents, he killed his clan, and then he knelt down in front of a crying 7-year-old boy and said, "Hate me, survive, and one day come find me." So what was Itachi actually thinking? Psychologically, Itachi represents something we don't talk about enough: the cost of collective responsibility. He didn't sacrifice himself for glory. There were no crowds cheering, no statues built in his name. His sacrifice was invisible by design. Psychologists call this altruistic suffering, choosing personal pain to protect others, with no expectation of recognition. Itachi understood something most people never accept. Sometimes, the most loving thing you can do is let someone hate you. He chose Sasuke's survival over Sasuke's love, and that, arguably, is the purest form of sacrifice. Naruto as a series is built on this theme. Minato dying for the village, Jiraiya dying for the next generation, Neji dying for his friends, but none of them carried their burden in silence for as long as Itachi did. He didn't just sacrifice his life. He sacrificed his reputation, his relationships, his peace of mind, and even his chance to be remembered honestly. Now here's where Itachi stops being an anime character and becomes a mirror. Leadership, real leadership, isn't about being loved. It's about making the hard call when everyone else looks away. Itachi saw a war coming and stood in front of it, alone. He didn't wait for someone else to solve it. He didn't hope the problem would disappear. He asked, "What does this situation actually require from me?" And then he did it without applause. Responsibility. There's a version of maturity most people never reach. The version where you stop asking, "What's fair to me?" and start asking, "What does this moment need?" Itachi never once said, "Why me?" He accepted his role and carried it without breaking. Sacrifice. The greatest sacrifices in life are never dramatic. They're quiet. They look like staying late when nobody's watching, saying nothing when you want to defend yourself, choosing someone else's peace over your own pride. Itachi teaches us that the most powerful people aren't the ones who show their strength. They're the ones who absorb pain so others don't have to. You probably know someone like that in your own life. Maybe you've never said thank you. Before he died, after their final battle, Itachi walked up to Sasuke one last time. Broken, blind, barely breathing. And he pressed his forehead to Sasuke's and said nothing. No apology, no explanation, no words. Just a gesture that meant, "I'm sorry it had to be this way. I love you always." And then he was gone. Sasuke didn't learn the truth until later, and when he did, he sat with it in silence too. Because some sacrifices are so big, there are no words that fit. Itachi Uchiha didn't die a hero's death. He died a villain in his brother's eyes. He died alone by design. He died at peace because he chose it. And that is exactly why, after all these years, he is still the most talked about character in anime. Not because he was the strongest, but because he chose love when everything around him chose war. This is Kurozen Studios. If this video meant something to you, you already know what to do. We'll see you in the next one.